they're going to do. It's your property after all. The same rights you have in your home are the same rights that we weren't given for this piece of property. They're all the same rights. The right of notice, the right of getting an appraisal, the right of negotiation, the right of showing why you're using the park. On June the 2nd, Todd Interests became the owner of the acreage in Freestone County. They were the owners. Texas Parks and Wildlife had been on the property for free for 50 years. We get a notice that appraisers for Texas Parks and Wildlife with boats and hovercraft are on the property June 12th. We asked them to leave. They told us the Parks and Wildlife told them to stay. We were never noticed. Mr. Todd was never noticed. Big problem? Big situation? Yes, it's a big situation. It's private property. And on the memo in the Dallas Morning News today, it says, we will never take private property. This won't ever happen. Well, I'll just steal your car, but I promise I won't do it again. And that should take care of it. That doesn't take care of it. Everybody has a little group of rights to own property and to maintain the property free of anyone taking it. June 10th, on a Saturday, I listened for 2.5 hours to a meeting called by the Texas Parks and Wildlife. In a very solemn occasion, they said, gosh, we don't want to condemn. It's a terrible thing we have to condemn, but it's absolutely necessary. We won't ever do it again, and we want to assure all the landowners, the ranchers, and the farmers that this will never happen again. June 10th, on a Saturday, 2.5 hours. On June 15th, Mr. Sean Todd received a letter that was written, certified mail, return receipt requested on June the 8th, telling him they're going to condemn his property. June 10th, they have this very solemn meeting that, gosh, we're going to have to vote. We don't want to vote. Gee, we don't want to do this. They had already done it 2 days before. So when you're looking at who says what and what was last said, just look at the letters, look at the information in writing, and then see if the information that was said today, we've made many offers. Fine. Just show the people the contract. Many offers to Vistra. Show the people the contract. Many offers to Todd Interests. Show the contract. And if we're wrong, we'll say so. There's no contract, there's no information, and there's no rights given. That's the reason I'm here today. We know how to do a condemnation case. We know condemnation is a right. We know they can go forward, but they got to do it correctly. Thank you.
In closing, the most shocking thing. I'm not that big, but I'm a big boy. You get up the totem pole and you know what gets exposed. I got to tell you something. To work over a real estate developer and put us about one level above a personal injury lawyer, that's a joke, okay? But to work over the citizens of Texas with a sham board meeting called on a Saturday morning, for Texas Parks and Wildlife to run a public opinion poll on condemnation with less than 300 responders, and then to report the percentages of those in favor of condemnation, come on, we're better than that. And for Beaver Applin, 2 days before his puppet court hearing, his puppet board meeting, to send condemnation offers to my office, surely we're above that. Surely we're above that as a people. Over a dozen people came down, some of whom in this crowd were there, spoke heartfelt, wrote tender letters, all of which I respect what they were saying about keeping a park. But why didn't the chairman just speak up and say, I'm doing the same thing here that I've been doing to the Todds for the last several months. I'm going to go ahead and be above the elected officials. I'm going to be above the local officials, the state officials, and I'm going to do whatever the hell I want to do. And I'm going to go ahead and send the man his condemnation papers, and this is just a sham meeting. Pretty strong words for a 5'10" boy from Ada, Oklahoma. Okay? So, What the state's going to say is, oh, no, that was just an offer. You heard me say very clearly, I've never received an offer from the state of Texas to buy my property. Now let me say with one caveat. The offer that I received, Eddie, is that a condemnation offer? Done poorly. No, in the wrong way, done poorly. But it isn't a friendly offer. So I leave this with this statement. I'm asking the men on this park board to do what we've all taught our kids. Accountability in one man making up his own decision. I'm asking you to broaden the circle. You've been married 37 years, I've broadened the circle board once, okay? Get some other people speaking into this situation to understand what really has occurred. I'm asking that the board members, Jeff Hildebrand, Dick Scott, Blake Rowling, Mr. Bass from Fort Worth, the young lady who's the rancher on the board, surely you're not aware of everything that's happened, what I've just shared. And I'm not asking that you do one thing as a matter of courtesy. I'm asking that you respect the men and lady of Freestone County, one, and address the letter that you've never responded to from them. Are you that damn busy? I'm asking that you give them the courtesy to sit down and let them express what they believe is best for their county. Chairman Applin, the Park Department doesn't speak for the entire state of Texas. The legislature speaks for the entire state of Texas. And these county commissioners speak for Freestone County. There's some people, I believe, here in Leon County here today. Anybody from Leon County? We got some people here from Leon County. Those county commissioners are concerned. Anybody here from Limestone County? We got people from Limestone County that they know what their county is going to happen. So let's broaden the circle. Let's have an honest conversation. Let's go back to what your money was allocated for. Buying a piece of property from a willing seller. Let's don't hide behind being a day late, $1 short, and not having the money, because I can assure you that's not what the people here are about. If you're not for eminent domain, I'm not going to call you out, but would you clap with me? Thank you for your time. I'm asking now, I believe that Lloyd Lane, one of the county commissioners here, is going to speak. After Lloyd speaks, I promise the press I will field as many questions as you want to field, as long as we stay in good decorum.